Good evening and welcome to the Monday Night Net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net meets regularly on Monday nights at 8 p.m. on this frequency of 444.150. And also we are using the Reflector 059 Alpha. My name is Shaun and my call sign is KE0MAD. While it's not emergency net, if anyone has any emergency traffic at any time, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic? Please call now. All right, hearing none, I will move on to announcements. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes to can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come in at 6 p.m. and to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend, and everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at the Happy House restaurant will be Saturday, November 11th. Our normally scheduled meeting, October 14th, will be at Apple Butter Making Days, which is our next event we're going to be at. It'll be in Mount Vernon, Missouri, and we'll be operating special event station using the call Whiskey Zero Romeo. And we will be meeting at the family restaurant in Mount Vernon at 7 a.m. to kind of talk about setup. And then after that, we'll be meeting up at the location to set the antenna and the operating station all up after 7 a.m., probably around 8 a.m. Saturday breakfast for the OARS Club in September will be 7:30 a.m. at the Angus Branch Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets: the D-star net on Mondays at 8 p.m. on frequency 444.150, and we're also using Reflector 059 Alpha, and the 2-meter net on Tuesdays 7 p.m. on 146.970. And the Simplex net every Thursday at 8 p.m. on 146.460. And I do want to say a special thanks to the administrators of Reflector 059 for letting us use the Reflector to broadcast our net tonight. This is very greatly appreciated. And we hopefully it opens up a little bit of a better opening for us to get more people to listen to our net. So we really do appreciate it. This net is now being streamed live on the 59 Radio YouTube channel. So if you want to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Do we have any announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to short time and mobile check-ins. Do we have any short time or mobile check-ins? Please call now.
KF0NQH.
All right, we picked up one, KF0NQH. How are you doing, Jared?
Pretty good. Just got done with work and sitting here before I head on home.
All right. Well, you're making it in. No problem. Sounds great. So you're already done with work tonight?
Yeah, I got off early. So I got in here about 7:30 a.m. Got off around 8. Over the last couple of weeks, it's been closer to 10 o'clock. We've been combining corn, and then today we switched over to soybeans.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, we're glad to get you on the net there, and yeah, sounding great. And well, maybe we can get you tomorrow night on the Tuesday night net.
Yeah, hopefully I'll try to make it.
All right, Jared. If you have nothing else, we'll say 7-3 to you.
Yeah, 7-3 to all you.
All right. Do we have any further mobile or short time check-ins? We'll call one more time. All right, we'll move on to the top of the net logger list is KF0LZX, Greg in Monette, Missouri. How you doing, Greg?
Hey, I'm doing good, Shaun. Hey to everybody on the net tonight, and Shaun, thank you for doing net control. But no, beautiful day here for me. Ran to Springfield for a little while and came home and worked the rest of the day. Had lunch with you, and that was about it. Came back home and worked the rest of the afternoon until about 5. So I did a few POTA activators a while ago, and now it's time after this just to sit back in the recliner and relax. So that's about all I got, Shaun. 73 to everybody, and back to net control. KF0LZX.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lunch today. All right, Greg. Yeah, thanks for having lunch with me today, and good to hear you in there, and you're making it in good. KF0LZX KE0MAD. Next on the list is AE0OC, Wes in Miller, Missouri. How you doing, Wes?
Hello, Shaun, and everybody on the net. Thanks for running the net tonight, and special thanks to Dave again for getting this all set up for us. Hoping that we'll have a few new check-ins that weren't able to make it before. But in any case, I've been looking at the Electric Voice 664 microphones for a while now, and nobody talked me off of the ledge, so I went ahead and ordered one. It's not a real modern mic. It's only like 70 years old. So, this is when they first started coming out. They made it for about 2 decades. So I'm not sure exactly what year this one came out in. But it is a first edition model, though, so it's probably at least 60 years old. But anyway, it's going to be a fun toy to play with, and I got it really cheap, so I don't have a whole lot invested in it, at least.
Yeah, if I remember right, that is a dynamic microphone too, isn't it?
Sure is. It's kind of the predecessor to the RE20, but nowhere near the same mic by any means. It was kind of the first idea they had there. I forget what they call it, something D, but it reduces the proximity effect. So when you get real close to the microphone, it doesn't get real bassy. It was used in a whole bunch of lunchrooms around, or not lunchrooms, I mean, school offices around to announce the lunch for years and years. And then also a lot of ham operators used them. A few singers used them. I mean, a couple of guys down in Texas did. ZZ Top. Elvis Presley used one for a little while too. So, but for the most part, it was a PA ham mic, and they used it for kick drums and guitars. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with one. I had one for quite a while, and I used it on amateur radio, and it sounded good. The only problem I had with it, the mic element was going bad, and I couldn't find a replacement. So found a guy that wanted it for the body of it because it had a really, it was in pristine shape. So I sold it to him for like, I don't remember, it was $70 or $80 with a bad mic element. So I went while the going was good, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's significantly more than I paid for this one. It's in pretty decent shape too. It's got a little fine pitting, but for a 60 or 70-year-old mic, that's to be expected. And it came with a cord and part of a microphone stand. Why they're sending part of a microphone stand, I'm not real sure, but they're sending it with it, I guess. So that ought to be a project. We'll just have to see. It's untested, so we'll just have to see if it works or not. might have to have a different element. If it does, I'll probably get a donor mic and throw an element in out of something else so it'll sound like a modern mic if I do that.
Well, I'm sure it's going to sound just fine. I know mine sounded good up to the point it started getting crackly. All right, Wes, thanks for checking in, and we missed you there. I know you said you had things you had to do, but we had a real good special event set up over there at the Ozark Steam Engine Association. Made 114 contact. Well, we had 117, but 3 of them were dupes, so we had 114. Really did good. Really enjoyed it. We had a lot of interest. Had a lot of people that have never done anything with amateur radio come up and ask questions, so it definitely served the purpose.
Well, that's spectacular, and I'm looking forward to the apple butter making days. That's always a fun one too. I'm looking forward to being out there a little closer to the foot traffic, maybe.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Wes, 7-3 to you. Next on the net logger list is KE6GAE, Dave in Rogersville, Missouri. How you doing, Dave?
KE0MAD, the rest of that. This is KE6GAE. Oh, we're doing pretty good, Shaun. It was a long day at work after a week's vacation, but that's the way it always is. Glad to see I saw a Tennessee call sign logged into NetLogger, so hopefully this Reflector 59 helps us grow our net. And I'm still not done. I am working on better internet connection, trying to get us better internet connection there, and we'll still work on possibly putting a full gateway with the IRC DDB add-on on it. So we get all the benefits of the IRC DDB gateway, but also have a G3 gateway. Other than that, don't have a whole lot for the net tonight, Shaun. Thanks for running the net, and we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave. Yep, thank you for all the hard work, and I look forward to the advancements that we make. 7-3 to you, Dave. Next on the list is N0MLP, and I'm pretty sure he'll be coming in through the Reflector, so we'll get to see how this is working out. N0MLP, Marvin up in Greenfield, Missouri. Take it away.
Well, good evening, Shaun, and everyone else on the net. Coming at you from my little foxhole here in Greenfield. Yeah, running through the Reflector, see a little pie star there. Hopefully we're making it in okay. Everybody else sounding real good. Nice and solid. What a difference it makes coming through the hotspot there with, I don't know, it's 5 feet away from the radio. Of course, the antenna's outside, but anyway, yeah, sounds great. No dropped packets or nothing. Sounding really good. So yeah, and I'm hoping some other people from outside the area will get in there too. Just kind of monitoring everything and seeing what's going on. I didn't really have much going on today. I had to fix the mailbox because somebody took it out a couple days ago, so I repaired that and got that all put back in the ground out there so we can get our mail now. Don't know why it bothers, just bills, right?
Well, I was kind of thinking they were trying to do you a favor there, Marvin.
Well, you know, if our mailman's a pretty cool dude. He might have been trying to help us out. I don't know. I had to go and screw it up.
Oh, that's all right. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, Marvin, you're sounding great. Coming in full scale there. No missing packet data. Sounding great. Thanks for checking in on through the Reflector. That's proves that everything's working good. 7-3 to you. Looks like next on the list is Kilo Whiskey 4 Romeo India. Looks like Michael or maybe a Mike in Tennessee. To go ahead and take it away there, Mike. Well, do we have a KW4RI? It looks like maybe he may have deleted his check-in because I don't see it in the monitor side anymore. But Kilo Whiskey 4 Romeo India KE0MAD. All right, nothing heard. We'll move on down the list. KB0RHA, Rich in Mount Vernon, Missouri. How you doing, Rich?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good there, Shaun. 7-3's everybody out there on the net. Not much going on here, just trying to do a little organization in the shack here. Trying to get everything to where at least I can get to it. That's about all I've got. Anyway, 7-3's everybody. KB0RHA, back to net control.
All right, Rich, thanks for checking in. We do appreciate it. Yeah, can't wait till you get that thing all squared away the way you want it. It'd be pretty neat to see when you get those towers up. 7-3 KB0RHA, KE0MAD. Next on the list is K0SQS, Harold in Monette, Missouri. How you doing, Harold?
Yeah, KE0MAD, K0SQS. Doing just fine, Shaun. Thanks for running the net. My days have been occupied with working on getting my little tower back up on the back side of my detached garage. Got my guys working on making an adapter. I want to make the tower a tilt over. I've got 3 sections in the top that I bought from Bob. So it's going to be freestanding, but I'm going to have a support off the side of the building, latch onto one of the legs, give it a little bit of extra stability. So other than that, nothing new going on. Enjoying this great weather. Back to you, Shaun, K0SQS.
All right, Harold. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool deal to get that tilt over. That's always helpful when you can get a tower to tilt over and do some work on it. All right, Harold. 7-3 to you. Thanks for checking in. Next, I got KE0LTG, Lawrence in Aurora. How you doing, Lawrence?
Well, I'm not sure yet. When I do the CS button, it immediately goes to that CQ use repeater. The problem is I can't seem to get it to show up on the 2 screen in the front. It just says CQ, CQ, CQ. And I didn't know if I had successfully got the use repeater thing connected yet.
I'd say probably not, because it looked like the repeater popped up W0OARB, which means I'll bet, let's see, who was it? Marvin. I bet Marvin couldn't hear you.
Well, I pushed the CS and it immediately shows it. I just haven't been able to get it to enter and show up on the front screen. So I didn't know which button gets it to enter into the front screen, sort of what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'll Lawrence, sometime I'll come by and I'll show you how to. What you need to do is you need to program save a memory in the DR memory. So like when you go to Midwest, you know how our repeater's not in there. It goes like, I don't know, let's say it goes like Rolla, and then I don't know, one that starts with a C. You need to enter a new entry in between those, and then put all of our repeaters' information: the city, the state, the frequency, the call sign, and the call sign is W0OAR space. All the spaces you can put in, and B for Bravo. And where it says use from, you want to put yes. Like I said, if you go on my YouTube channel, the 5100 is similar but not identical. You can pretty much use the menu on the 5100 that I have on my YouTube channel to program the 7100.
Well, if you get a good time, I may let you stop by, because I'm sure I would probably get the wrong button pushed somewhere on that. Now, I do have in the front the W0OAR programmed in there. And I might have some of the other programmed in the Midwest, the W0OARB. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I will manage to press the wrong button somewhere. So, yeah, sometime I'll just have you swing by and show me, because the instructions on that CS really doesn't get into getting that programmed in right. So I'm probably going to have to do some more programming. Anyway, when you get a good time, send me a text and we'll try to get together.
All right, Lauren. Yeah, no problem. We'll get you lined out on that. It's actually very easy. Once you get it saved in a DR memory, it's easy as easy gets. You pretty much touch 2, which is who you want to talk to. You want to talk to that reflector. So on the 7100, it's not use reflector. The newer radios is use reflector. The older series of radios is use repeater. Same thing though. All right, Lawrence, we'll get it figured out. No big deal. We're at the bottom of the list. Do we have any over the air or check-ins through the reflector? Please call now. All right, we'll call one more time. Do we have any more over-the-air check-ins or anybody monitoring 059 Alpha that'd like to check into the W0 OAR check-in list here? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. 9 check-ins, including myself. We had one come in through the reflector that I know of, which was Marvin. I think Dave was coming through on his in the RF link there. So, all right, I appreciate everybody. I don't know where Bob's at. I guess Bob don't want to check in tonight. So I'll say 7-3 to everybody. Thanks for checking in, and I will release the frequency and reflector back to normal amateur use. And again, thanks to 059's administrators for letting us use the reflector. This is KE0MAD. I am clear.
KE0MAD, KE0 Intel.
Yeah, go ahead, Heather.
Yes, you can't hear me. KE0.
Hear you now, Bob.
Bob, you and Heather like to come in together all the time. That's why I couldn't hear you, because you and Heather got in at the same time. So I got both of you.
I said I was in before Heather to start with, and you didn't hear me.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. All right. Well, we got 2 more there. K0NHL, Heather, how you doing?
I am actually doing okay. Kind of surprised you're using 59 Alpha through the reflector, though, because I was trying to get in through the gateway originally, and apparently nobody heard me, so I'm kind of wondering if the gateway is actually working the way it's supposed to.
No, the gateway is not functional. You cannot link to W0OARB through the gateway.
That's what I was wondering, because I know Rolla's got theirs set up to where you can do that, so that's what I was curious about.
Yeah, that's what Dave's trying to work on, getting us gateway access where people can link right to the repeater. It's a work in progress, though. All right, Heather, you got anything else for the net?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm glad that you've got a link in through the reflector, though. That makes it a lot easier for me, since I seem to have a hard time getting into the repeater site directly through D-star.
Yeah, well, if you're coming in through the reflector, you're coming in perfectly fine. Can't tell any difference. All right, Heather, 7-3, thanks for checking in. And Bob, KA0RM, I'm glad you made it in there, too. How are you doing?
So I was there, Romeo, Mike, Aurora. We was out eating there and got warmed up there and get in here for a while. I hope it cools off a little bit more. It's a little warmer today. But anyway, I ain't got too much going on there. Springfield twice today, so. And Marvin sounded good. when he was in there. I had to catch him. So we'll catch you later, KE0M, if you're hearing me.
Yep, hearing you just fine. I seen the G come up on the repeater, so you must have used that DR button. Sounds like you're probably getting into the reflector just fine, Bob. All right, 7-3, sounding great, no problem at all. Well, since we got a couple more, we'll go ahead and give it one last call. Do we have any more over-the-air check-ins? Please call now.
Recheck.
Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by DR for the reflector. I can't find anything in my book about that.
Yeah, so you see on your 9700 on the left side where it says call and DR?
Yes, sir, I do.
So if you push and hold it, it will put the radio into DR mode, which is a simplified D-star operation mode, which will give you lists. Basically the difference between having multiple choice answers on a test or having to do it long form. That's the best way to explain it.
Okay, so then you just kind of go down through the list.
Yeah, you'll have to go and you'll have to add, because our repeater doesn't show up on that list. You'll have to go in there and find the Midwest. You're going to have to add our repeater, in a slot. You can add it to a whole new memory if you want, but you do have to add our repeater and make a new slot for it. And I've got a YouTube video that shows the 5100 and the 52A making a DR memory, and the 9700 is super similar. You go about it the same way. You go into the memory manager and you add the memory in that way. It also shows how to add it into the DR memories. They're very, very, very similar.
Oh, roger that. Okay, I'll look that up and watch that video. So anyway, that explains a lot. Anyway, it's a little more clearer than mud now. So anyway, 7-3, thank you much. KE0RHA.
Yeah, well, you must have figured out how to use use repeater mode or use reflector mode, because it looks like you're tripping the gateway, the G on the repeater. So you must be making it into the reflector anyway. So you were at least successful getting that done. That's usually a pain in the butt sometimes. So thanks for checking in again. Do we have any more over-the-air check-ins? Call now.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment. Dave in Rogersville.
I just wanted to confirm that you were him telling him, Rich, he did something, because he was coming to the gateway right there at the end. He was coming to the reflector. Because I got my HT monitoring to see. So far, the only one I have not heard through the reflector was Leonard. And Bob, when he tried to check in, I heard him in the reflector, but I did not hear him on the repeater, and that must have been because Heather was trying to connect to the gateway.
Yes, I'd say that's probably exactly what happened. But yeah, Bob was coming in good. And Heather came in good too once she switched over there. No problem at all. And Marvin sounded great. I mean, it sounded just, couldn't tell the difference between going right through the repeater and just hearing them through the reflector. So I think it's a great way of making things work.
Yep, I agree, Shaun. We're headed in the right track now. All right, I'll pass it back to that control. KE6GA, thanks for running that tonight, Shaun.
All right, thanks, Dave. And, we'll take one last call, then we'll close the net. Any more check-ins for the D-star net on the RF side or even on the reflector 059 Alpha, please call now.
KE0LCX, recheck.
Yeah, go ahead there, Greg.
Hey, I told you at lunch, I thought I'd let everybody else know who's left anyway. I did have a 10 or 15 minute QSO with W0HM Herb who was in Portland, Oregon, in a RV park. So yeah, I had a real good, perfectly clear conversation with him for 10 or 15 minutes today, driving back from Springfield through the Reflector.
Oh, okay. Well, that's right. Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah, you said that maybe he might try to get in here and check in, but yeah, that's all right. We'll catch him sometime. No big deal there. But yeah, thanks for letting him know about the net, though.
Roger, Roger. That's all I had. Back to net control. KE0, LCX.
All right. Do we have any more over the air check-ins or through the Reflector? Please call now. All right, here none. We'll close it out. 11 check-ins. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's a record or not, but I know it's up there for our list, and it's all locals. So that's good. It got at least one of us in that has a hard time making it, and that helps out a lot. All right, I'll say 7-3 to y'all, and again, thank the administrators of 059 for letting us use the Reflector. This is KE0MAD, and I'm going to release the frequency and the Reflector back to normal amateur use. 7-3, y'all. Thank you.